Da-da-da-da. We are back again. Lucy is here in her bed fort. And today we are going to drink the 2019 Yunnan sourcing Spring Morning. And yeah, so this is beautiful wrapper, by the way. Thank you to Bang Tran in Atlanta, who illustrated this incredible wrapper. We have another design of his that we're going to be pressing maybe in autumn, or maybe in 2020. We have another awesome design. This tea, however, although it's a 2019 pressing, it's from 2018 tea, and it's from 2018 huang pian, which is like a larger, more mature leaf. So a lot of times for pu'er, it's two leaves and one bud, or 3 leaves and 1 bud are picked. And then maybe like on the side of the plant, or they just don't get to it, and you have these leaves that get bigger. And often those leaves are picked separately, but they also are picked together. You know, maybe you have you pluck it and you've got this kind of larger leaf and you've got 2 leaves and 1 bud or something like that. And then later on, after it's been turned into mao cha, those leaves will get those huang pian. They're called huang pian because they're more like a yellow color and less of like a gray color, a gray-green color. Will get plucked out, and those will be kind of collected. So this is Jinggu area gushu that from our 2018 productions, the huang pian was plucked out and then kept for us in Jinggu for just about a year, and then pressed this year. So the aging in Jinggu has really, the 1 year of aging, and Jinggu being a bit hotter and humider than Kunming, has given this tea kind of a nice warmth to it, I guess you could say. Huang pian can be a really, really good thing, and it tends to be cheaper, so that's why you're seeing the price. This is, I believe, $23 for, it's 400 grams, which makes it really a bargain. And I think in terms of drinking and enjoyment, it's definitely way up there. It's not like you're getting something less good. You're just getting something that the market doesn't value as much, so then we're able to pass that on to people in terms of, you know, having a really affordable tea that's tasty as well and feels really good. But, you know, talking is one thing, drinking is another. We're going to drink it. We got Lucy here. She is expectant. She has it's so soft today, Lucy. Very nice. She has, I just noticed, you probably can't see this. She's got several. She's got tiny little cactus needles. That one just broke off. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of this. Stay there, Lucy. If I don't take care of this right away, she's got several. They get embedded in her ears and they cause scarring. I just noticed them. There, I got that one. Really, really, really small. And they're almost this color, so if she gets them on this part, on her feet, then they're almost impossible to see, but you can feel them. Sorry. I have several of these all around the house, just for... All right, let's get started. Lucy's all taken care of. Yeah. Once she went after a skunk. She didn't get the skunk. She got skunked, and then she came back, and she had literally hundreds of these cactus needles. Hundreds, like in her mouth, on her tongue, all over her body. And I spent 5 hours, like basically nonstop, plucking these out. You know, feeling her pluck. You know, looking. Have to go with a flashlight even in the daytime. Oh, that was not fun. But here she is. She's still, you know, she's still going. Dogs are tough. All right. Nice wash here. Get these cups all primed. That is fantastic. It just, you know, again, it's a year, but it feels like 2-3 years of age with this tea. Just honey and fruit aroma there. It's so thick. It's very satisfying to smell this cha hai. The other thing that's really satisfying about this tea is when you brewed it, taking the leaves out and putting them like in a bowl or something and looking at them. It's just beautiful. They're just big, nice leaves, healthy leaves. It's just, you know, not wasting something that's beautiful and good just because it doesn't fit in. I've also become a little bit more. I really kind of leave it up to the grower whether they want to. I made a little mess over here. Whether they want to take the huang pian out. I don't mind if it's too big of a ratio. It changes the potency of the tea a little bit and mellows it out. But a little bit isn't bad at all. So I kind of usually leave it up to the grower. I just don't want it to be. I don't want it to be like a huge amount of huang pian. Not only that, but huang pian should also be less expensive as well. So, you know, I don't want to pay, you know, $100 a kilo for something that is 40% huang pian, and huang pian is $40 a kilo or $50 or whatever, you know. So, you know, there's that. But this is interesting. There's a leaf here, and it's just kind of got this little black dots on it, and I think it probably got bug bitten. And that's the other thing, as they grow too, they get more wilted and they get a little rough around the edges as they mature. You know, because they've been on the plant longer and they're exposed to more elements, as it were. In terms of drinking and things like that, it's not an issue because it's, you know, there's, you know, more sun and maybe a couple bug bites and things like that. As long as, oh, I'm sorry, Lissy. Am I talking too much and not feeding you enough? Let's see if she'll take it from there. Come on. No, I gave up. I didn't want the full. I think I didn't quite go down to her level. She was just eating a bunch of dirt, so I did wipe her mouth off, but she goes outside and roots around for things. I don't even know. Oh God, I'm starting to think about it now. I took her to the vet once. I'll never forget this. And the vet tech there, the vet technician, the assistant, she loves Lucy and she loves Dobermans. And Lucy came up to her and she like did that, and Lucy like full on just went for the French kiss, and she didn't pull back at all, the vet tech. And I was like, damn, respect, like, I guess. I was just like, whoa. Like, you know, I probably wouldn't kiss Lucy like that myself. And, but yeah, I don't know, I guess, you know, I was like, okay, That's fine. If Lucy likes it and you like it, I'm not gonna. It was cute. I think it wasn't like French kiss isn't really the right word, but it was like she definitely made some full contact there. Lucy didn't mind. All right, let's see if we got some. We've got a 140. Exactly, we're right. We're perfect. Love the cha hai. Oh, aroma is just thick. Oh, it's just good. It's just so good. Just right out of the box, good. This is one that Xiao and I drank recently too, and we said, gosh, I wish we could just pre-age like all of our mao cha for like 1 or 2 years before pressing, and then it's like, wait, no, that's crazy. Like coordinating that, and in an ideal world, I think it would be awesome to be able to do that. Some of these big tea factories that have massive, massive warehouses, just massive, they'll do that. They'll, intentionally kind of age the mao cha for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Kind of lost track. Normally this works pretty well if I get it just right in there. There we go. It's nice because it's not really that different from like a normal pluck sheng pu'er. In terms of the taste, there's like a little bit more of like this malty hay taste to it than would be. There's less astringency and bitterness, which can be really nice if that's what you want, and or if you want like a tea that you want to drink, a sheng pu'er that is very nice, is very inexpensive, and also tastes a bit more like, has a bit more character of an aged one, in that it's not as bitter and as astringent. There's a lot more fruity, honey, malty notes to it, which is kind of nice. As you can see, the tea soup is also a bit darker than even a 1 year old tea. Lucy, how are you feeling? Do you need your pillow? You want your pillow? She's like, don't force your pillow on me. Do you want your pillow? What do you think? Come on, lift up your head. No, not into it. You're just going to drool on it anyways. I like to fuss over my dog. It gives me something to do. Nice, but this definitely has a strong mouthfeel to it. I wouldn't say that it's super easygoing. It's pretty easygoing, but it's not super easygoing. Like, it's still, the mouthfeel is definitely there. Got a bit of that liu gan, that building, kind of like that feeling in the mouth, the shenjing, the mouth-watering effect. It has that, It's still a youngish raw pu'er, so yeah. Let's deep number 3 here. I'm gonna get a little bit tea drunk. This is the best yet. That's just nice. Cool that down a little bit. Yeah. Very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. This is a tea that I would say that if you are interested in it, yeah, you can get a sample, but at $23, you could just get a whole cake. I don't think that you'd be disappointed at all. I just, it's a very enjoyable tea to drink. Unless you're one of those people who just looking for something very specific in a sheng pu'er. But if you're just generally like, you like sheng pu'er and you like the fact excuse me, you like the fact that sheng pu'er is not just one thing, then this would be definitely something that you, if you don't already have some huang pian, like really high quality, nice gushu huang pian, that this would definitely be a very nice addition, and it would definitely draw you in. It would definitely call to you, say, hey, I want to drink this. So, yeah. Anyways, that sounds like I'm like really pushing you to buy it, but I think just given the price that it's kind of like, if you sound like one of those kinds of people that, just give up on the chop high. Back and forth, because the top and bottom one, that cools it down too. Wow, and the color of this too, the color of the leaves is just this deep olive green color, really burly stems, beautiful to look at, whether in the pot or out of the pot. Oh, Lucy. She's like, I'm going to take a little nap between treats. She has not been the most energetic the last few days. I wonder if she doesn't have some kind of cold or something, or I forget if her nasal passages don't clear up soon, it's not that bad. It's mostly like at night. I don't know, not really sure what it is. Could be just dryness. If she doesn't clear up soon, I'm going to take her to the vet. She can visit her kissing friend there. The vet that we take her to is they're really nice people. Very, very nice. They obviously just love dogs. There's none of that. It's none of that kind of fake, like, not at all. I'm pretty good at detecting kind of fake friendly, and they're genuinely love dogs there. And sometimes you'll see horses. They got horses out back too, so they've been around for a long time. They were here before this area kind of developed, as it were, and it was truly a rural area. Oh, honey. I hope she feels better. What's this? Yep, fussing. This is kind of way you can do it too. I'm feeling the cha-chi from this tea. I've been hitting it pretty hard. I'm actually going to reboil. I don't know what steep we're on. I give up on that. It's really hard unless I have some way to count the number of steeps. But I think this is number 5. She says, give me a cookie. You're so cute. All right, let's drink it up. What else was I thinking? I was thinking of something. Oh, I've been doing this for 15 years now. That is a long time. 15 years selling pu'er tea. And it's been a pretty incredible journey, let me tell you. It really has been incredible. The people I've met, the things I've done, my customers, and those, all those relationships, and just the things that I worry about, how my day goes, and when I talk to other people, and and they say, well, what do you do? and then I tell them, and they're like, "What?" Like they don't have the vocabulary. I have to give them explain some of the vocabulary to them, and how the whole thing works for them to kind of begin to envision what it is that I do. That's kind of fun, but it also feels a little isolating sometimes. It's kind of hard to relate. Kind of hard to relate because my lifestyle is so incredibly unique, because it's really both Xiao and I and everything is really just built around like our whole lifestyle and our routine and everything. What time we sleep, what time we wake up. She works late. I wake up early. So it's like everything is just built around that, and that's fine. I'm not complaining about that at all. It's just fascinating, like how and I'm sure there's a lot of people who can relate to that too, just having work be such a huge part of their life. But for me, it's more than work. It truly is. It's just it's become my path in life to do this, and it's not even like it's not like like cha dao and all that kind of stuff. And I have full respect for people that that follow that path as like a spiritual path. For me, it's more of life is a spiritual path, whether you like it or not. Whether you say it's about this or about that. That's, I guess you could say, the Tao or the way. So cha and cha Dao, I mean that is a way. But I don't really consider myself, and I've told people this before, I don't consider myself a tea master. I don't like it when people call me a tea master. I said, you can call me a tea bastard, because when I think of the word tea bastard, I'm just like, oh, he's God, bastards, like crazy people, or, something like that. I know that's not the original meaning of the word bastard, but somebody said tea master, and I said more like tea bastard, just because I think that, well, first, I'm selling tea, so I don't think as a tea seller I can also be a tea master. I think there's a conflict of interest there. You could call me a master tea seller if you want. But yeah, I just don't like that. And I'm not saying that there aren't people that are worthy of the title tea master. I do believe that there are. I just think that people who sell tea can't also be tea masters. So I think I've said that before. That's probably nothing new. If you've watched my videos, I've probably slipped that in here and there. But oh gosh, I'm not talking. I didn't even bother to steep this tea. Oh my gosh, this stem that's like sitting on the top here is burly. I don't think I could pull it apart. I don't think I could do that with my hands on this thing. It's so burly. But I think there's a certain advantage to like, I feel like I've had to really simplify my life because of how complicated work is, and how complicated the offering of tea that we have. It kind of, in a way, it makes things very, like, if I'm able to go through and do all these things, come up with the teas, come up with a way to match the designs with the teas, managing the website, managing the social media, managing employees, and managing customer relationships, wholesale relationships, managing running a business administration, taxes, collecting sales taxes, and filing taxes, and filing all this stuff. And it's just like, kind of have, because of that, it's made my life really simple in other ways. It's very that part's very complicated, but in terms of like where my path is in life, it's, in some ways, it's simplified it, because the time that I have left, I used to have these kind of grandiose ideas about doing this and doing that, and it's like, wow, I don't really have that much time to do any of those things. And instead, I just kind of like, when I have that time, I just focus on, well, how do I feel and what do I want to do? Exercise, eat, hang out with Lucy, hang out with Xiao, meet friends, visit family, that kind of thing. So it's really, I don't know, I think just accepting, you know, sorry if this is overly philosophical, but, you know, we are waiting for the tea to brew here. Just kind of accepting that, that's been a real, that's been a challenge for me, because I think, like a lot of people, you grow up thinking that you have all this time in your life and that you're going to be able to do all these things, and you have all these things that you want to do. And then you get to be like, you know, be my age, and it's like, it's not that you can't do those things. It's like, what do you want to do with the limited amount of time that you have and the limited amount of energy? And it's like, I want to do this. I want, you know, I thought, oh, well, maybe at some point I could quit and retire or do something else. And it's like, you know, I would like to simplify things a little bit and make things a little easier, have a little bit more free time. But it's like, no, I want to do this. Like, I want to create the 2039 version of Spring Morning. You know what I mean? And I'm here to stay. Xiao and I are here to stay. For a while, I wasn't really sure if I could do it, and now I feel like I can. Which was a really big deal for me, because, you know, for a long time I was, you know, off and on. I mean, everybody struggles. Being happy and fulfilled in this modern world is it's a shit show. It's very complicated, and, you know, we're surrounded by all this kind of like FOMO and seeing all this stuff and all these people doing these things and all these people that are fulfilled and happy. And my advice to you is don't pay attention to any of that, because it's not real. You know, the only thing that is really real emotionally for me or for you as a person or individually is like, you know, what really works for you and what really is going to make you happy. And I think the more energy that we, you know, the whole social media thing and all that, you know, there's a real danger there, you know, kind of like you could get a real lack of focus. But anyway, sorry, that's a bit too much philosophy right there. But I guess what I'm saying is, you know, we're here to stay. This is what we do. I don't care if we don't grow as a company. I don't care if we lose market share. I don't care if there are other companies that more selling great pu'er, good for them. We're going to do what we do, and we have our own way and our own style, and I'm confident that you know, we'll be supported into the future too as well, as we hone our skills as well. I think that continues to be something that really helps us, is that we become, Xiao and I become better at what we do. Once we've gotten past, I feel like in some ways I've gotten past that kind of like gap, you know, of like energy gap, whereas like I felt like, you know, like my energy was just getting sucked down. And I don't feel like that anymore. Something changed. I'm not saying that I couldn't go through some difficulties again in the future, but but even through all those difficulties, you know, we kept going, and I kept going, and the support that I have from people and the enthusiasm that I get from all of you is really what keeps me focused and really makes it helps me feel, you know, really more fulfilled by what we do. It's nice to know that you put all this energy and love into something and that people can appreciate it. It is. So, you know, that's kind of, I guess, the sharing with other people. It's kind of it's a double-edged sword. It can cut both ways. But overall, it's been a really positive experience, and I thank everybody for that, and all the people who have supported us, and, you know, had confidence in us. And if there's anybody out there that feels like they weren't done right by us, give us a chance to make it right, you know. Sometimes I think my biggest failing is that I get worn down and I'm not really able to give people 100%, which is, you know, I think what everybody deserves. So if you feel like that, please accept my apology, and know that it's, you know, it's more of a, I guess you could say, an energetic, you know, kind of like, you know, issue for me, like in terms of just like not having the energy to just day after day. I mean, I work 7 days a week. I work 365 days a year. I recently went to Pu'er Island, which was great. Did some free diving there. Beautiful experience. But you know, I did work too. I took my computer and I did work, and it was great. But that's the kind of level of dedication that I have. But it's been hard to keep that energy level up for so many years. But I feel like it's we're finding a way to do it. I found a way to do it. We'll probably change the business up a little bit slowly, you know, gradually, to try to make things a little, you know, a little simpler. Our offering is just insane. And I like that, but then the other part of me is like, oh, that's kind of crazy to try to keep, you know, this level of offering. In terms of Yunnan sourcing brand, I don't plan to scale that down really at all. But anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and really thank everybody, and also ask for forgiveness if, you know, if I've ever rubbed anybody the wrong way, or I've missed an email, or, you know, you felt like an issue wasn't taken care of. We'll try, you know, and always, you know, feel free to nag too if you feel like an issue wasn't addressed. Sometimes it's kind of getting like way too many emails at certain times, and I'm just not able to go back, have the energy to go back. So always feel free to nag me. I really don't mind. That's okay. I don't like to leave anybody behind ever. Very nice. This tea is super stable. I don't know how long I brewed it here. Maybe not long enough. I've been talking a lot, but I've been wanting to share a little bit more with people, just because I feel, especially, you know, a lot of my YouTube viewers are people who are also pretty close to Yunnan sourcing in general as well. So those of you who are maybe only watching, this is like my first video, or don't know that much about Yunnan sourcing, you're probably like, what is he going on about? He's going on and on and on. But wow, I'm gonna pull this out right here. Look at this. You can see that it's just super burly. It's just like, well, I can't pull it apart, but it definitely is. I mean, if I try down here, it's real strong. That's a nice thing about huang pian as well, is that it really does take a lot of steeps, because it's thicker. The leaves are actually, you know, thicker, and the stems are as well. So it takes, and this is also a tea I would highly recommend you use very hot water for. I mean, really any pu'er, but this one especially. This water probably isn't hot enough. We're gonna finish up the video. I went kind of on my personal tangent. Pretty long, so Lucy's totally zonked out. She gave up on treats. But again, thank you everybody for all the support, enthusiasm, love, everything through these many, many years. And looking forward to another 15 or 20 years. Look for the spring morning 2039. Just kidding. Maybe. But anyways, thanks for watching, and definitely check this tea out. This is, I think, you kind of can't go wrong if this is a tea that's interesting to you. If you're not sure, get a sample. But yeah, this is lovely tea, lovely wrapper. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.